There we go. There it is.
It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. Politics as usual. It's me, it's me. Oh yeah. You know, I recently learned that it is people, and I don't know where you stand on this. I don't even know where I stand on this, but I've been pondering this, Corey, because a lot of people been hitting me about our hip hop talks before we get into the sports
Yeah.
talk. They seem to like that, and they don't know it's not playing. It's just something that happens not on the docket at all. But you know,
Yeah.
listen. I recently learned that it is people who think that, and again, I don't know what you're saying. I don't even know where I stand. They think and have an opinion that reasonable doubt is better than Illmatic.
Look, man, that's that's one of those. It's not better than Illmatic to me. Um, but but I put that in a similar category with LeBron versus Jordan, right? Like, I'm not going to argue you down from reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm not going to argue you down from reasonable doubt is because when I first listened to reasonable doubt, it went over my head. I wasn't, when I first listened to it, like, granted, Nas is a lyrical juggernaut on Illmatic, right? But the sophistication that you've added in our last convo really didn't show or shine until it was written, right? Whereas when I grew up listening to rap in the late 80s and early 90s, it was all about like wordplay, yeah, storytelling, like with Slick Rick and stuff like that, right? Jay-Z dropped Jewels on Reasonable Doubt. And it really wasn't until I was in college where I was able to appreciate Reasonable Doubt for what it was. That's an album you got to listen to unless you just got it like that. I don't. I'm the same cat. I got to watch a movie 2 or 3 times to really get it. So I will admit that it's just me. But the point I'm getting at is that I'm not going to argue you down from Illmatic if you're saying that. I'm not. You want to know why? Because I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. But no, Illmatic to me is the greatest hip hop album of all time. But I ain't gonna go back and forth with nobody on that. Now, if you were to sit here and say, "Hey, Vanilla Ice album is better," like now I'll smack the shit out of you for saying something crazy like that. But no, Reasonable Doubt is not an album that I can go back and forth to say, "Well, the Nas's Illmatic is better because of A, B, and C," because I can't.
So you got Illmatic being the illest solo album of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
they like you got albums like you said with Doggy Style where they hit you like a comet. And Illmatic to me was just like I would say probably outside of the album that made me fall in love with hip hop back in like I want to say '88 with Boogie Down Productions. By all means necessary, like that album made me fall in love with hip. Like that brought me to the yard, right?
Okay.
But then it's like, oh wait, it can actually get better than this. Like it's this is deeper than what you listen to. Like I'm shallow listening to music because I'm basically what Reasons I came out with like '96.
96.
That puts me at 15. I wasn't there to really appreciate that album like I should have. Whereas Illmatic came, I'm like, yo, you hear how Nas is spitting? Da, 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 da. I'm just like, yo. So it has a lot of tie-in to me as a youth, where it's just like, oh wait, hip hop needs to be taken very seriously because of this album. And you could argue with Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. If you won't taking it serious by Illmatic, he made you really take it serious by 1996, my friend. Gosh, it was so cool to be alive during the 90s. God,
You know,
what say you, Big Vito?
man. Listen, I remember like it was yesterday. I was me and my mom, we took a trip to Crabtree Mall.
Mm.
and it was in '96, and I remember before we went, like weeks before we went, I saw the Dead President's 2 video, had AZ and Big and all of them at the table sitting around. So I'm like, who is this Jay-Z cat? So and I'm listening to the
Yeah.
verses, and
Yeah.
who on the bed is that we don't stack, you know what I mean? Who we don't touch leather, stack cheddar forever, live treacherous, all the etc. I'm listening to it and I'm like, and again, if you was 15, how old are you now, Corey?
I'm 44.
All right, so yeah, I was around 12, 13 ish going into that time. If you was 15 when that hit, I
Hmm.
was around that. So I'm like, this is fire. I don't know what I like about it, but I like how he is rapping. The Soviet unified steady flow. You already know you like. I'm like, I don't quite get it, but I like it. So we go, we go and we go out there, to the mall, and I go in the record store like I always did. I always went to the record store and I always want to look around
Hmm.
and get a tape. This in the
Yes, sir.
tape era. You
There
know
you
what I
go.
mean? So I'm like, I remember it, man. I went to go pick up. I and I could be wrong, man. I could be so wrong, but I know I went to go pick to grab something, and I want to say for some reason it was the Outcast album, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
But whatever I picked up, I was getting ready to show it to my mom because I was gonna get it, but then I saw Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z, the album. I'm like, so whatever I had, I put back, and I
Okay.
picked up the Reasonable. I said, Mom, can
Mm.
you get this for me? You know what I mean? She was like, yeah, I pop it in, come on with the heartbeat, do 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 do. You know what I mean? Pain in the ass doing the
Yeah.
intro. Then Mary J come on singing. You know what I mean? Taking up this time. I'm like, yo. So I'm listening to it, and again, I don't know how to feel about it, but I like the production. I like what he's saying, but I ain't quite grasping. I didn't know at the time Jay-Z was like 26 at that time. So you got 13, 14 years on me at this time. You a grown man making this album. I'm trying to decipher it. Much like you, I didn't get it until I jumped off the porch, so to speak, and started dibbling, dabbling in the streets. And that's when I learned about him talking about reing up. You know what I'm saying? That's when I learned, oh, he's talking drug talk.
Mhm.
Oh, he's talking lyrical fly shit, drug talk. Like I didn't know what he meant.
You know what the hell he was talking about
I
at that
did
age?
I did not know. But when I jumped off the porch and
Yeah.
I started getting my hands a little dirty, so to speak, and boy, it was lines like, this how you learn it got the rhythm in me, lick oils invaded my kidneys, got me ready to lick off, mama forgive me. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, so I keep one eye open like
CBS?
CBS
What?
in '96? Are you crazy? What? What?
Yeah.
Man, I saw his life slip. Man, oh my God. Oh, I saw his life slipping. Just think about the get back. It's still law we live in. Oh, dog, the storytelling and
You see why I can't argue?
the storytelling, that first verse of Dead Presidents when he's talking to his man who had just got shot was almost like a movie. Oh
Yeah.
my God, yo. Made him smile, think about the get back. Just pray for me. I do you one better and slay these niggas faithfully. Murder is a tough thing to digest. It's a slow process. And I ain't got nothing but time. Oh my, yo.
And Big V, I feel exactly where you're coming from. I never been outside like that, right? But I never watched Goodfellas or Scarface, so I was already in college. I ain't watched it since like my freshman year. But see,
Ah.
you understand how, like, shout out to my man D'Amico Heath. He used to clown me in class, right? Because when Timbaland and Magoo first came out with the Welcome to My World album,
Yeah.
I mean, me and my homeboy Jeff, we killed that album. D'Amico, I mean, why you listening to that whack shit, man? I'm like, And what you talking about, man? The beats is popping. Like I was really big into party rap at the
Right,
time, with the exception of a couple of artists, Nas being one of them, right?
right.
Man, what you talking about? You like, yo, dog, you need to get up on this Cannabis album.
He was shout out to Miko Heath. He was a huge cannabis fan.
Huge Cannabis fan. I'm like, yo, don't get me wrong. Second round knockout is cool. Lyrically, Can I Bust? This first album, lyrically, is borderline second to none. But dog, that production was ass, and it fucked up the album. And it's like,
Yeah.
D'Amico, I feel you. So like, Cannabis is a better rapper than Magoo. That's not even a conversation, right? But what am I gonna bump in my ride? Outside of second round knockout, maybe a few other joints off the album. I'm bumping the Timberland and Magoo. I'm bumping the song with the Knight Rider beat to it. I'm bumping.
You know, because
I didn't catch up to way later. I was late.
well,
Not
yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot, and then back then it was hard to differentiate and for and because a lot of people made you pick. You know, you felt like you had to pick
yes,
between
you had to pick.
street rap and party rap, and we just
Mhm.
and you couldn't just say, man, I just like good music. Cause I like party
You can say
rap,
that. You're right.
I love Future, I love Gunna, I love all of that. You feel me? Like I realized
Little
those
baby,
joints.
like he dope, bro.
Them joints provide a certain type of vibe. If you know, you know. I
Say
don't know.
that.
I don't know what to tell you, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you know, you know. But also Nas and other lyrical rappers like that, they provide a vibe too. But man, that Reasonable Doubt was the soundtrack
I can't argue that, bro.
of me being outside, bro. Bro, I'm talking about. I started deciphering when I once I got outside like that. I started deciphering that album word for word, and I was like, yo. This is crazy. Like I started
Yeah.
living some of the stuff he was talking about. Like I started
Right.
seeing firsthand. I'm like, yo, I. That's why I
It
always
is
say.
tripping, right?
That's why I always tell people in life, it is a Jay-Z line for everything. I
It is.
promise you, it is. It is a Jay-Z line for every situation in life. I promise you, it is.
You remember maybe like a year or so ago where there was this thing going around on social media like with like
Did you take the meeting?
yeah, when you take a meeting with Jay-Z, for X amount of dollars or whatever, and Jay-Z even told you, he's like,
Take the
nah,
bread.
take the bread, bro. Like I'm giving you everything in my
And the
album.
music, I'm giving you what I'm gonna tell you in the music.
It's all there if you
It's
listen to
all
it.
there. It's all there, bro.
It's all there, bro.
It's all there. It's
So I
all
ain't gonna
there.
argue no reason with that, bro. Not today or not
Nah,
no day.
yeah, and shoot, and I ain't gonna lie, knowing me, I might give it a slight edge over Illmatic. I'm sorry, I might.
Okay, no. But see, I know how you feel about Illmatic.
Yes, you know, I mean, and I love Illmatic, but I know it was written. I'm gonna
What
compare
about
it was
it was
written
written? Let's put
versus that.
I want to put reasonable doubt up
I can't
against
do it.
it was
I
written.
can't do it. I can't do it. I can't
Why?
do it. I can't
Hey,
do it. I don't.
hey,
I cannot choose between the two.
you
I've
have to
tried.
choose, Big V. This
I've
is a
tried.
social media era. You got to pick the people want to know. All right,
Listen.
you continue.
I've tried half of my life to decide which one I cannot live without, and I cannot live without both.
That's
I
real.
can't. It's
That's
three.
real.
It's three albums I cannot live without, and in no particular order. It was written, Reasonable Doubt, and also I can't live without Life After Death. Can't do it.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
do it. Can't
No,
do it.
we were spoiled, dog. I remember real quick, and I'll move on. I remember, my dad used to play me a lot of his 70s. Anytime I play like any hip hop song to add like a sample in it, especially like doing a
And
bad boy.
play where it come from.
Yeah, my dad would pull me out my room and come on in here, son, sit down, and
Sit
we about to
down.
act like a session. And that's why I love 70s music. And I used to be like, man, I wish I could have been born in the 60s so I could really appreciate the 70s. But it's like, yo, I got the next best thing, being born in the 80s to appreciate the 90s. Ain't
And,
that
and,
crazy how that turn around? I
and
would
we
not.
and we appreciate the 70s still.
Yeah, you got to.
Because of what they did and then how we find out so many samples and come from
Yeah,
this and that. I actually go back and I listen to that. Like
I love 70s music, bro.
I'm a huge fan of that. I mean, and that has got me more diverse into other music that I like. Like people don't know, like Big V like the country music too. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
it's all there.
I'm a country music fan, and I'm telling you, they don't be talking about nothing different from what hip hop be talking about.
Hmm.
I
No, it's
promise you,
just,
they don't.
and I love the hip hop and country wave that's going on right
Love
now.
it.
the Boozies and yeah, and you got,
Big X the plug.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, with Morgan Wallen and all. Man, nah, that's dope. It should have been going on.
To be fair, it has on the low.
Yeah,
Ludacris and Ti have done records with country
yeah.
guys
I
before.
know. Nelly, he did one with Tim McGraw back
Yeah,
in the day, right? Like, I mean,
it was frowned upon a little bit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Now I love it.
yeah,
I think it took both hip hop and like the Nashville community to accept it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And to realize, hey, this can actually work,
Yeah,
and it's
it's damn
working.
sure not working today, and that's how that pioneer shit is though, Big V. You got the kind of that first two couple of people it's gonna literally be a physical brick
Yeah,
wall, and one or two people gonna go through that brick wall, right? But they're gonna get all scarred up and all that stuff. But then it's like, oh, a couple of years later, they can just walk through that daggone brick wall that the people before them laid, man. That's how it works.
I'm glad you brought up brick wall. I'm glad you brought up brick wall because that brings us to our next topic. The NFL. Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen of the Zone Sports Podcast. I know I'm wearing a Miami Heat hoodie. Shout out to my mom. She bought it for me for Christmas
Oh,
because she got it
respect.
from when Charlotte went and played Miami. She was in the Charlotte building. She bought, you know what I mean? And she loved D Wade, so she caught me some merch.
Hey, that's it then.
I'm repping for mama, you know what I'm saying? You
That's
know what I
it.
mean? That's just what it is. Laker fan through and through though. But ladies and gentlemen of the Zone Sports Podcast, if you were under a rock yesterday, I'm here to tell you, man. Jonathan Taylor was running through the opposing team like a brick wall. He did. He ran through him like a brick wall. Corey, ladies and gentlemen, the Colts are now, say it with me, 6-1.
That's crazy.
They beat the LA Chargers yesterday 38-24. I'm loving it like McDonald's, you know what I mean? That's what I'm doing right now. Colts gang, Colts gang. And Corey, you know, before the show I was eating on little Mike and Ike.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just little Mike and Ike and I opened up the box and I found a little little one that reminded me of the Colts color. I thought that was pretty fire. You know what I mean? And I also, it got me to thinking, you know, I'm over here eating on these Mike and Ikes just the way that Daniel Joseph Jones was eating on that defense yesterday. Oh, he was, no. Oh, what he was doing?
Crazy.
Eating on him. Eating on him. Oh my God. Let me tell y'all, man. Listen. People in the media won't tell you, and they're gonna keep just overlooking my guy. It's time to talk about MVP. It's time. It's time to talk
Mm.
about Daniel Joseph Jones, D double J, DJ Square, the white Mike Vick. Listen, it is time to talk. Everybody wants to talk Baker Mayfield. That's peace. Have a hell of a year. If we talking Baker, let's talk DJ. 6-1. Let me read out some stats for y'all from yesterday. Mm, 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 mm.
This is crazy.
Let me tell you, man. Yesterday, DJ threw 17 of 26, 152 yards, one pick. I love it. One pick, Corey. But guess what? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Reading the wrong ones. Reading the wrong stats. Sorry. Daniel threw for 23 out of 34. Pardon me. 288. Yo, listen to me. 23 out of 34 for almost 300 yards. 288, Corey. But here's the thing. He did great. But let me tell you something. Listen, Jonathan Taylor might be the best running back all season this season. Corey, I heard he broke a record for having the most games with 3 touchdowns in history. They saying that he has had 3 touchdowns every game this year. Are you crazy?
That's it.
What?
That's it.
Corey, yesterday he ran for 16 rushes, 94 yards, 5.9 average. Longest was 23.
5.9 average. That's crazy.
Corey, 5.9 average, Corey.
Like Bo Jackson numbers, dog.
Like, what is the dog? You are
Yards.
dog. You are averaging half of a first down every time you got the ball, and you did that 16 times. What are
Yeah.
we talking about, Corey? Listen, man. The Colts are for real. I'm here to tell people, whether you know it or not, the Colts are for real. I've been telling people we're gonna win the division. I'm all in, point blank. Period, Corey. What are your thoughts on this win by my Colts, man?
Man, this is a good win because you could look at the schedule, you could look at the division. And I get it. Like there are certain times where you look at a schedule and say, oh, this is a soft schedule, or this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
The LA Chargers is a hell of a team, bro.
Yes,
That's
yes.
coached by my guy and your guy, Jim
Yep,
Harbaugh.
yep.
And the point I'm making, like, yeah, I know they, if I'm not mistaken, I know they lost their running back and stuff like that, but a lot of times that don't affect Jim Harbaugh's teams.
That still had Justin Herbert.
Still got Justin Herbert, bro. And it is really impressive what y'all are doing. And I know when you said that y'all was gonna make the playoffs, I wasn't scoffing. I was like, okay, well, nah, let me look at who's in y'all. Everything was based off the division and not your out of conference opponents. In my opinion, this was y'all best win
Yes, I
this
agree.
whole season.
This
This
was
whole
like this was
season,
like
bro.
tested. This was like tested win right here, Corey.
It was, man. And y'all did it on the road. Right? Like yeah, people need to pay special attention to your Colts. That's it. That's it, man. This is the NFL. Ish happens. You call it whatever you want. Hey, and look, Big V, we being the 49ers, we play y'all on Monday Night Football on December the 22nd.
Yeah, the schedule, man, we got y'all coming up. We got a Chiefs game. We got like I don't want to hear about weak scheduling. Dog,
Yeah.
This is the AFC South. We kicking ass.
And
Like
let me tell you something, Big V. That game, I don't know who we gonna have left by the time we play y'all. But I tell you what, even if we were at full strength, that's a toss-up game at best.
yeah,
At
yeah,
best. I,
yeah.
I I would prefer not to play y'all, to be honest with you. I wouldn't. But the schedules are what they are. But am I gonna have my chest poked out and talking shit? I don't know about all that. But I may be low key hating from the sideline, but I might talk shit afterwards, but not before, bro. Not that game. Not on December the 22nd, bro. Nah, not against y'all, bro. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Speaking of your 49ers, let's talk about your 49ers, man. Y'all have been injury prone a lot here lately. Y'all lost a big key
Yeah,
part with Warren going out. He was there
yeah.
yesterday with his foot up in the booth,
In
looking
the
sad,
booth,
looking sad as hell. I was sad for him.
man.
Oh man, listen, but guess what, Corey? Ladies and gentlemen, 49ers poured it out yesterday against that pause, not pause. Yo, pause. Hold on, pause, y'all. They got a win yesterday, 20-10 against the Atlanta Falcons, led by your boy Penix and all that. Penix,
Yeah,
part of me. Yo, listen, um, I'm gonna let you talk a bunch about this because this is your team. I didn't see a lot of the game. I saw some, and let me tell you, what I saw. Christian McCaffrey was showing his ass yesterday, Corey. I got some of his stats from yesterday. Um, Let me see right here. 24 rushes, 129 yards, averaging 5.4, Corey. Yo, these running backs, listen, these running backs are putting in work. They are putting in work this season. Oh man, and it's just not them. It's other running backs around the NFL who are also just putting in crazy work this
yeah.
season. But listen, McCaffrey was up to his old tricks, Corey. Looking great. I want to ask you though, a lot of people in the 49er community, they have questioned Mac Jones.
Yeah,
Yesterday, he threw for 17 of 26, 152 yards. He had a pick, you know what I mean? He was sacked
yeah,
once.
yeah.
What are your feelings on Mac Jones while y'all wait and get y'all starting quarterback back in Brock Purdy?
It is funny because it feels like ESPN and Fox, they're trying to play down a quarterback issue, if you will. Look, man, we backed up the Brinks truck for Brock Purdy.
Uh-huh.
He's going to play. However, let me tell you something right now, Big Vito. Matt Jones he plays to me better than Brock Purdy, especially when he's hurt, right? Brock Purdy, when he's hurt, I mean, you could just tell the game is pretty much over after the first quarter. There was about 2 games ago where Mac Jones, I thought he was about to get carted off the freaking field, right? Like I thought his leg was destroyed.
Yeah.
And he still got back out there. I don't know about long term, right? There is a bigger part of me that wish that we didn't pay Brock Purdy all of this money. Hindsight is 2020, right? Because we didn't know, we as the 49er community didn't know Mac Jones was going to be like this. We didn't know he was going to be like this, Big V. And you talked about the interception, and it's a quarterback stack. That was tipped to Juan Jennings, and he didn't bat it down the right way. It was a tip interception. But be that as it may, interceptions, it's an interception. It's a quarterback stack. And when Brock Purdy throws an interception, it is really an interception. Almost like he's throwing it to the member of the opposite team on purpose. Now, every single time that he has a real shitty game, we come to find out that Brock Purdy was hurt while he was doing this. Happened a lot last year.
Yep.
It happened a fair amount this year.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And when Mac Jones throws a pick, okay, it's tipped. Like, again, interception. It's a quarterback stat. But you can live with that because there's so many moving pieces to a pass in an NFL game.
Well, it look like the tip is more of an educated mistake.
Yes. Yeah.
Versus you just threw the ball and that was just a terrible mistake.
Right. Like I'd give you a case. It was a few games ago when Matt Jones threw a pick on a timing route. Either he or the wide receiver wasn't where they were supposed to be. An anticipatory timing route. That was a pick. Right. You know, Brock Purdy's is more uglier than Matt Jones.
I give you that. I see what you're saying.
And I tell you what, man. Again, we didn't know Matt was going to be like this. But if you're asking me, keep Matt Jones in, bro. And I'm talking about look, man, I don't know what we're going to do this year. I don't. Like, I looked at the schedule. It's like, well, yeah, you know, we should be able to make the playoffs because we do have a soft schedule compared. And I get it. What I just said was you come into a new year, new NFL season, and you don't know what the season is going to be. So you go off of what the teams did last year, right? But you pretty much about know what type of team you got and who you're going up against. And I still think it's relatively soft, pause, you know, compared to that of other teams. Do I think we can make the playoffs? I mean, look, we're still winning. I don't, I mean, yeah, but out of those teams, let me run down the schedule real quick, Big V, because you start talking about playoffs. I want the list, in my opinion, the teams that are playoff teams that's on our schedule this year.
All right.
I would say the LA Rams.
Yep.
Could be a playoff team. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
Could be a playoff team. And then outside of the Indianapolis Colts, those are the only, in my opinion, playoff teams that's on our schedule all year. So that gap between the have and the have-nots could get manifested. I don't know what's going on with San Francisco. I don't know how much of it is Robert Saleh rallying those young troops. And shout out to my man that was named after the one of the founders of Bethune-Cookman, Tatum Cookman or whatever. Tatum Bethune. He's filling in for Fred Warner or whatever. Having a hell of a season. How long can it last? I don't know. My expectation is still, hey man, look, hit the playoffs, see what's happening. I don't know about no deep run or nothing like that, but we are taking advantage of what's been given to us, man. I'm going to take it.
Pause on that. You don't. Yeah, I gotta pause you on that.
Oh yeah, my fault. No Diddy on that one. Yeah. My bad. Appreciate that, bro.
You know, speaking of taking advantage, apparently over the weekend, Johnny Manziel apparently started to take advantage of his Twitter. Corey, I texted you early Saturday morning
Yeah.
with this disgusting this thing that I saw as soon as I got up by Johnny Manziel. And during this time that I'm speaking about it, I'm gonna put the visual up for the audience so you can see this hate too. Ladies and gentlemen of the Zone Sports Podcast, Johnny Manziel reposted a post on Twitter that was showing Castellanos, which is the quarterback for the Florida State Seminoles. It was a repost by somebody named Football's Greatest Moments on Twitter. Shout out for them for actually posting this clip of Castellanos saying that straight out of a video game. And they were just showing a clip of him running around looking like something straight out of a video game or whatnot. Here comes Johnny Manziel's hating ass, and again, I love everybody know me and watch this podcast from day one. No, I love Johnny Manziel, but this is some sucker shit, Johnny. Johnny took the Twitter and he got. I'm guessing he got word of the clip or saw the clip. I don't know how. I don't even know how he obtained it. Maybe he follows football's greatest moments. Who knows? But he took it upon himself to repost this and say, "I gave you this every Saturday for 2 years. My guy Castellanos is the truth, though." Ladies and gentlemen, I want to repeat that real quick before I get into what I need to get into, Corey, and allow me to have a little bit of the floor on this, Corey. Ladies and gentlemen, he said, "I gave you this every Saturday for 2 years. My dot dot dot. My guy Castellanos is the truth, though." If you know about hate, you know this is the utmost hate in the world. He can say what he wants to, but that tweet, that repost is hate. First and foremost, Johnny, you like 40 years older than Castellanos. You gotta relax. That's number one. Number two, you've been out of college for like another 48 years. We don't need to be reminded what you did 48 years ago. And even if it hasn't been 48 years ago, it feels like it's been 48 years ago since you left Texas A&M. It feels like a little longer than that since you fucked up in the NFL and didn't make anything of yourself. Total flop. And if you're asking me, you're supposed to be doing what Baker Mayfield is doing. You're asking me, you had the same. He got the same flair that you had. He just took it to another level. But yo, here you are putting your nose in college kids' business, talking about you did this for 2 years. You gave us that for 2 years. Dog, we know what you gave, but we also know what you didn't give. You didn't give a damn when you hit the NFL, which where it counted most at. We don't care. We know when you ran around at Texas A&M and did what you want to do. We know we got it. It's a new day and age though, Johnny. We looking at Castellanos, not comparing him to you, but just hoping that he just be a decent football player, go to the league, and surpass you. Which, oh, by the way, anybody can surpass your stats in the NFL. Like, why don't you show us something that you did when you was running around in the NFL fighting for your fucking life about to die when you was putting in on Sunday? Why aren't you comparing yourself to other guys who are getting it done in the NFL and saying, yo, I did this my rookie year. Or I know why. You don't have no tape to show that you did anything in any year that you played in the NFL to compare to any NFL players. So you stoop this low to sit here and retweet this. And here's the thing, Johnny. You could have reposted and said, yo, dude is crazy. Salute the Castellanos. You could have reposted and just put fire emojis. You could have reposted and just said what you said after the dot, dot, dot. Yo, my guy Castellanos is the truth. Not though. Now, don't end it with though, because the though and the dot, dot, dot make it extra hate. I'm just here to tell you. I don't know if y'all out there that can read through hate through text, but when somebody says, when somebody comes up, imagine this, after somebody comes up after this podcast, they repost a clip from us and said, yo, I give y'all this on every Monday. But let me tell y'all something. The Zone Sports Podcast is the truth, though. Don't dote us. Don't dote us. Don't dot, dot, dot us. Don't do none of that. That's hate. You can just repost it and say, yo, I fuck with the Zone Sports Podcast. The Zone Sports Podcast is the truth. Comparing it to what you did in the past makes it hate. And then it's hate on the college kid. What are you doing, Johnny? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? This is straight hate, Corey. That's it and that's all. Put your phone down. Get off Twitter. Stop comparing what you did at Texas A&M to the young guys. It's over for you now. You not one of the young guys no more, dog. These ain't your peer. You won't do that to, why ain't you doing this to somebody somebody that was in your class at least? Oh, because I'm pretty sure most of the quarterbacks in your class surpassed your stats in the NFL. Stop the hate. That's all I got.
You know, you said he didn't do much after college, Big V. I would like to beg to differ. He did the Canadian Football League, where he got cut in 2019 after contract conditions. He also joined the Memphis Express in 2029, part of the Alliance of American Football, the AAF. That league folded a few weeks later. Oh, and Big V, man, you forget, you got to do your stats. You're going to do correct, bro. Yeah, you ain't going to do my boy Johnny Manziel like that. He also played for the Zappers in 2021 and 2022 in the Fan-Controlled Football League. This was a serious semi-league where fans called plays in real time. He said he was playing for fun and nothing else and have no ambitions on returning to the NFL. So make sure you get your stats right. The CFL, the AF, and the FCF, Big V. How many people can say that they did that? Huh? How many, Big V?
You know, I don't got no shades, but this is what I'm gonna start doing. Like how you put your shades on, I'm gonna go straight Star Trek on you. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm gonna start doing when you talk crazy like that. When anytime you talk crazy, or I just can't take it no more, I'm gonna sit here in silence and look like this, man. I'm going straight Star Trek, dog. That's what I'm doing. That's it.
Hey, the Zappers, Big V. The Zappers, put some respect on the Zappers name.
You know what? No, I'm going to put respect on everybody who be tuning in each and every week to the Zone Sports Podcast. I love y'all so much. We love y'all so much. You know what I mean? Keep watching the clips or the whole joint. However you doing it, you catching the clips on social media, whatever you doing. Yo, we love that. Keep it up, man. It makes the channel grow. It makes the audience grow and all that. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all each and every time. You know what I mean? Thank you so much.
Word up.
You know, I appreciate you for rocking with me each and every week.
Likewise, my guy.
Johnny, you know I don't rock with that. Cut it out. You know what I mean? But yo, instead of showing hate, we gonna show love. And y'all know how we end this podcast, right?
Hey. Yo, and shout out to the Nintendo Entertainment System Zapper that was used in the gun called a Zapper. The gun. Shout out to Duck Hunt with the Zappers, Big V. Spec 'em. Peace, my brother. Zappers!